Hey guys, Footy Manager TV here. Welcome to episode number 5 of my Lazio Football Manager 2016 Let's Play. And in the previous episode, it probably wasn't our best so far this season. We've had some impressive games like Manchester United for that Champions League match to qualify into the group stages, which we did, and even against PSV. It was a good victory, a first game in the Champions League group stages, but also in the previous episode, the loss against Juventus. But looking back, we didn't play so badly, just to lose by the goal and score 2 away from home. Got to take something out of that, but more so against Inter. That's what I was really disappointed, really wanted to turn it around. But Inter, you know, they have good players, and for me, Lazio is an interesting team. They're not like a regular top 3 team in Italy. They're a bit up and down, like I mentioned. You don't see them like a AC Milan, Inter Milan, Juventus, Roma, Napoli. I think they're a bit lower. They're like under those teams. And if we go to the club, that's where you can see with the consistency, very up and down over the years. As you can see, like last season, finished 3rd was great, but previously they finished 9th, and even before then 7th, and you go back 4th, then 5th. So they're kind of just below that pack. And 2009-10 season, they finished 12th, and 10th the year before that. So you can kind of see that they're kind of a mid-table team that can push up to finish in I say the top 3 because top 3 is Champions League, but I guess you could also say top 5. I reckon they're a team that looks to finish into the Europa League positions. Champions League is just a bonus for them, I would like to think. But I'd like to think, I want to see your opinion, because I don't know if we should be expecting to finish top 3. I guess we can look at the expectations from the board at least. It doesn't really matter what the media thinks. It's the board, their expectations, that's really important for me. So we'll go to the competitions. We'll see that, and the Serie A, we'll go to the details. It's to qualify for the Europa League, so at least finish like 5th minimum. But I want to be in that's the thing, because we are in the Champions League, I want to continue to be there. But yeah, we've got Atalanta in the first game here, away from home, and they're actually doing really well. They're not a team I would expect to be second, but they are. Won 3 games out of 4 in the league. Pretty decent. And then we got Palermo next at home, but it's only 3 days later, so yeah, very tricky. Then Monaco. We'll do 3 games in an episode once more. But yeah, they do take a long time to edit and everything like that, and record, obviously, more importantly. But I'll try and get these out more regularly. But I have a lot of videos. I've got 4 current series on the channel, so I would suggest for you to watch all my content and get into all my series, really, because I upload different videos every single day, which is good. It's good variety. That's what I want to bring to the channel. So I'm wondering about one change here. I think we're going to take off Lucas Bilia and we're going to bring in Danilo Cataldi. I've got to really balance the squad. I don't want any injuries, of course, any like big injuries. Right now we have none, but yeah, we got to wait later in the season. But I want to manage the team really well in that way. Even also here, I'm going to bring on Andrea Zivkovic for Antonio Candreva. We're playing against a team that's on form right now, Atalanta. I would say they're overachieving, but still, they're playing good football. That's all you can treat it as, and it's away from home. We're playing this game, so we've got to be at our best. So we'll go in, we'll submit this team, and hopefully we can put in a good performance, better than the previous one against Inter. So Sigarini now on the ball. He finds Borriello. Borriello tries to get past Marchetti. How didn't you save that? It was straight at you. Oh, I want to see this on 3D now. I thought he would have saved that. It looked like he was going to. But, as you know, Atalanta are on form right now. Another loss would not be ideal, I'll have to say that. And you can see the highlight now, Borriello, the defenders were near him there, tried to make the sliding challenge going in there. It was straight at him. Yeah, and because his save wasn't good enough, it went past him. Very disappointed. We shouldn't have conceded there, simply. Got to recover right away, really. Rugani finds Zivkovic. Oh, this is a decent ball, but Rafael Toloi there got onto it. Borriello headers to no one. Rugani, even though maybe we've conceded some goals, Rugani, he's been really cool on the ball. His passing ability is pretty decent. Oh, dangerous ball from Buster. Impressed with that because obviously disappointed with getting an early yellow card. And Keita is starting here today instead of Felipe Anderson. And that cross, though, was inch perfect. You know, obviously a lot of goals scored in FM16 through crosses. And I want to start scoring some of my own because, you know, I concede a lot. But that was excellent. Also, Balde Keita, his positioning for that was really good. And, yeah, easy finish at the end of the day. Cataldi now. We're getting some momentum now, aren't we? Closer. Ooh, good challenge there from Paletta. It did have to be a good one. But we may get it back here. Parolo in midfield. Now to Cataldi. Keita. Almost finish. Yes! Closer makes it 2-1. And suddenly we have got the lead. We've had 2 clear-cut chances. This is much better. So look at Keita. Did you see him dribble past there? That was nice. And Zivkovic, he attempted the shot, but then it fell to Closer. And there's already been 3 goals scored in 12 minutes. Insane stuff. Paletta plays it upfield there, but to no one. Cataldi has really impressed me as well. He's definitely a future player. He's good enough for the first team. Again, he's one of those types, and he can only get better. So he's a perfect player to have. We've got so many. Zivkovic. Obviously, we signed Keita. Again, another one. Mauri. He's a bit older. Just a little bit, isn't he? And it's another goal. This time it's Zivkovic. Andrea Zivkovic. 3rd goal of the season. And just talking about him, yeah, he's been a very good signing so far. And definitely a long-term prospect. And just that smart. See, we've got those young guys, but Mauri has just that, experience and awareness. And it's 3-1. So here we head into halftime, holding on to that 3-1 lead, and pretty happy with that. Who would have thought we'd be winning 3-1 after conceding the first goal? I didn't think so at all. I thought it was going to be a tough game, but yeah, we turned it around to show our quality and convince me a bit more. I lost that a bit of confidence with how we were playing in the last few games, not the greatest results. But yeah, especially that's what I meant. If this turned out to be a loss and we couldn't get those goals back. Yeah, I'm not sure what I would have thought. But anyway, I got to say, don't get complacent. It's been fantastic. I want to praise them, but also I want to make sure, I don't want the focus to slip. I think that's why, in some situations in previous games where we conceded goals. Okay, now it's a corner. Zivkovic. Could we make it 4? It's going to go back to him here, so still an opportunity. Zivkovic. Parolo! He does make it 4-1, and this is a massive performance against the team that is second in the league. They're not going to be second anymore. I don't think, anyway. But Zivkovic, that's a very good cross. And Parolo to get himself fairly free. Some space with the header. Goalkeeping. Oh, I'd probably want my goalkeeper to try and save that, but it's 4-1 now. We are killing them. It's like after we conceded that early goal, we've just been on. So I think with only a few days away from the next game, I want to make a sub for a player. Considering we're dominating this game, we should hold on to the points. Dusan Basta, and I love having 12 subs. I absolutely love it for the league anyway. The only annoying thing is, when you play in the Champions League, you have to, drop players from the bench. But for the league, it is excellent. And this is definitely a morale-boosting win, it is looking like. Anyway, Stefano Mauri again. We're going to try Felipe Anderson, but he's not amazing there. That's my concern, but he's not been amazing as an inside forward. But yeah, maybe something will just spark in him. We just got to try that anyway. Yeah, that has to be it. But we'll just make those 2 changes for now. And that's what I mean with Felipe Anderson. Again, that's not his best role, but we need him to find some form. Ideally, I plan him to be a key player for this series. And he's got that potential in him to keep getting better. Maybe, he just needs to find his feet in this style of football that we are playing. Okay, now another throw-in. Patrick finds Parolo. Could we look for a 5th goal? Cataldi. Parolo. Now it's Patrick. Oh, look at that cross. It's perfect. Oh, that was just inch perfect. And that's his 200th league goal. Miroslav Klose. What a legendary striker. 200 league goals for him. It's good to see him get that. And for me to be the manager. For him to reach that. It's a good feeling for Klose. And that's 5. And again, you could say like the crosses are overpowered in Football Manager. But it was a good cross. It was a perfect cross. And the run was really good. You still have to have your setup well, I suppose, in terms of, getting crosses in and positioning of the players. But now the final sub we will make, Parolo, he's proved as a crucial player today, hasn't he? Stefan Radu is another one. So we're going to bring on, Radu is really crucial. I think whenever we've played like Lulic in the left-back position, we haven't done as well. I think, Radu's only had one terrible game, maybe two. I don't know. He's doing well in training as well, so he's performing. He's had some really, really good games, like a few 8s, or that was in one of the friendlies, wasn't it? But that game against Genoa, he was super, and also Verona. We just need to see more of that, really. He's been consistent. More of that from Lulic as well. I don't think he's had an outstanding game. Of course, we haven't played him too much. Obviously, when you're playing consistently, your match fitness is really good, so that plays a part. So here, we're just playing out time now. They've got a free kick. Gomez, Keita clears. Could we get a 6th? This wasn't in my mind at all when we conceded that first goal. Not at all, but here, Sportiello. What is he going to do with it? Play short to centre-back. Oh, they're messing around with it, and we're going to win the ball. Regani, not the best header there. Lacks some composure, which he usually actually has good composure. Gentiletti, they might score here. And they do. Still Marchetti. Oh, I'm not convinced with his goalkeeping as Martin Darun. I have a feeling this guy's not amazing. Yeah, he's finishing his 9. I'm really disappointed. He's still a decent goalkeeper. He's not terrible. But, it's not impressive stuff. Let's see again on a 3D. I can have a better look at it. Could he get... to me, he didn't want to commit enough to it. I don't know. What's his attributes? Look, apparently he's having a good game. He's got 18 reflexes. He doesn't have too many really low attributes as well. He's 32. He's match fit, pretty much, 94%, or close to 100%. And he's been, his average ratings have been good, but he still conceded goals. That's on my mind. So that's a bit weird. I don't know. Because he doesn't appear to make so many saves, but he's still getting good ratings. Maybe that's just because we're playing well and, winning the game. But, he shouldn't have a rating over 7. I'm not sure what you guys think. From 3 shots on target, he conceded 2. I don't think that's worthy of a 7.2 rating. Not sure what you guys think. But either way, I can't complain. We've had a very good performance. Again, it's a dominating attacking performance playing on standard. That's why, I thought I created a good balance here so we can score a lot of goals without playing on attacking, so we don't concede many. But again, still happy with the performance as a whole, like how the team played. I feel Marchetti on another day, if he had a better performance, we could have kept a clean sheet, but can't complain. I can't make any complaints here because we scored 5 goals away from home. And again, against a team that was on form, that was sitting in 2nd, but now we move up to 3rd in a position that we would like to be and see some other results, maybe relevant. Roma and Milan play at a 1-1 draw. Napoli lose, Inter win 2-1. Just see those results. But I'm happy with our performance. A good attacking performance once more. Now, guys, it's time to move into the next game, which is against Palermo. It is at home for us, so back for a home game 3 days later from the previous game we played against Atalanta, which was a pretty good result at the end of the day, 5-2. A lot of goals in that game. You can see in our games in general, a lot of goals are being scored. We haven't had many clean sheets. Could be a concern, but there's been a lot of goals scored for ourselves, 3 goals in quite a few games, 5 goals in a couple of games now, and one of them, against Verona and Atalanta, probably a bit more impressive. I just want to check out Atalanta. What were their expectations? Or at least from the media, so we can get a gauge. If we go to general, we'll be able to see. Media prediction 14th. So ideally, I think they're not amazing, but they've been performing really well. Check out the hot prospect as well. Valzania. For 19, he doesn't look horrible. I'll chuck a scout report at him, and we'll see what our scout thinks of him. But now we're going to team selection. Also, you can see with the table as well, Juve killing it. I've always told you so far in this save that that's my goal, to be like Juventus, a dominating team. And Italy could become dominant if another team steps up as well, maybe like a Milan, one of the Milan teams, if not both, could really step up. Obviously, you have to rely on a couple other teams, but it could be a very, very competitive division, and Roma as well. So, if they kind of, I don't say get their act together, but if their club is managed well, it could become a really competitive division over the coming seasons, and it could be a very fun one to play and for you guys to watch at the same time. But right now, Juve is very, very dominant, and I'm going to look to bring in Alessandro Matri. He's been a difficult one. Like, he's been really good in some games, and other matches he's been poor, hasn't been an effect. So maybe I have to look at who's the opponent, maybe I have to analyze that a bit more. But yeah, I don't know. Usually when I have a player like that, I still play him and I don't analyze it too much. But yeah, is it that effective, or is it just like sometimes they just don't play well and they don't score? But I want to be playing the majority of the same starting 11, of course, with some rotations. Again, I'm bringing in Eugenio Nazi for rotation purposes. Lukasz Bilia is back in as well. Lulic at left back. But Rugani, I'm really liking his introduction to the team, and that's why I wanted to sign him. You can't doubt his ability. I think a couple people said I could have signed better centre-backs, but like, he doesn't have to adjust to life in Italy or anything like that. He's already been in Italy, already Italian, obviously, good for homegrown rules, and I think he's a perfect replacement. As I've been praising him, he's one of those guys that come in so comfortable, doesn't make too many errors. In my experience so far with him, he's just a really good defender and really calm on the ball, which that's a big thing. I don't want to giving away stupid fouls or something like that. Someone I noticed here, Brian Cristante. I remember he was at AC Milan, but he moved on to Benfica. He's an interesting player. Like, I want to get a scout report on him as well. Like, he's all right. He doesn't look terrible for 20 years old. Really good passer, very creative, but not terrible tackling as well. So we'll keep him on the radar. Could be an important player to sign up. As I mentioned, I want to get rid of a few players and bring in some homegrown players. That will be ideal, especially for Champions League. What else can I ask? I want you to pick up where you left off last time out. That will be ideal, apart from conceding the early goal. So we'll see how that goes. So now throw in Bilia on the ball right now. Bilia finds Lulic. Lulic to Keita. Keita, Matri. He really should have finished there. Oh, that's not a good sign, because it could be one of those games where he's not at his best, not taking chances, and that's not what we need. And because we are dominating the game at the minute, let's push up to attacking and really take advantage of this quality football we're playing. We need to score. Okay, Keita. Oh, couldn't win the ball. He wins on the second attempt. Really well done by Keita. Keita, keep running at the defense. Then put the cross in. Matri, this time, he scores the goal. Alessandro Matri, really well done by Keita. That's really promising. Not just the cross. You got to look at the build-up to that as well. He just ran at the defense. I was really impressed with that. He's a quality youngster, and going to be getting better with experience, obviously, just using that pace, really, to get past and put in a very good ball. Matri gets his head to it, had a few early chances, but he does take one eventually. Okay, it's a corner. Bilia puts it in. Was defended well initially, but Keita gets to it, plays back to Lulic, and Lulic is going to get it back here. He's on a yellow card, by the way. Onazi, Zivkovic, Mauri, very good ball. Matri, he is on fire. I said I wasn't sure about him, but he still scored 7 goals so far this season. I guess you can't expect a striker that is not absolutely like the best in the world or something to score every single game. But once more, Mauri is proving so valuable. I don't think I've had someone this old be this good. Usually, I'm not sure about older players in the team, but he's been fantastic. So impressive. And there is a highlight right away. I would hate to concede, but Lulic, imagine if we score once more. Just, we score. Let's go for another one. Right away. We're not stopping. Zivkovic. Oh, Matri, how good is this? But now we're going to head into halftime, so I suppose it was a wise decision moving from standard to attacking so we can take advantage of the good football we're playing. But yeah, Alessandro Matri, 2 goals. He's killing it so far this season, so obviously a lot of praise has to go towards him. I was talking about Mauri. But how about Balde Keita? Is he developing? So he's only going up in his pace, but that's not too bad. Don't forget he's a wonder kid, I think. Yeah, we've actually got a few wonder kids in the team. I'll have to analyze the squad and find who the other one is. Is it Ricardo Kishner? No, he's not. But he's got, quite decent potential. But yeah, we've got a few players with good ability. Oh, Felipe Anderson, I think. No. But again, see, he's doing well in training. Hasn't been doing so well. Well, actually, he's been doing well in the league, apparently, his rating. But Champions League, not so. I think, again, he's been another type that's been a bit up and down. So we're just going to, I think, praise the players here. I'm very happy. I don't want to say, don't be complacent every single game, or they might not be happy with me. They feel like they need to be praised, and they definitely do. Our attacking prowess is so good. That's what I wanted to go with, kind of, with playing like really attacking fullbacks on the wing-back attack, that the attack is the best form of defense, really. Keep creating chances, because if you're creating chances, your opponent isn't. Okay, Cristante, the guy we mentioned before. He started with it. Oh, Gentiletti and Hylamark. That guy, he's someone I want to check out. We'll just see what happens in this highlights. Again, a very interesting one. If they score here, Gentiletti does so well. He's been impressive defensively. Probably our best defender this season, I would have to say. Maori, another excellent ball. Matri bags his hat trick. What a player this guy is. That's 100th goal in his career. League goals. Maori, though, the balls he's playing are perfect. Matri, just look at that. Yeah, that's so good. But yes, as I said, I wanted to check out Palermo, so we're just going to click on one of our players. We're going to go the long way around. But yes, that Hylamark player, I've heard of him before. I think we'll just go to the players, and then Hylamark, Oscar Hylamark, Swedish player. He's decent. I wouldn't say he's that good, but I think he was a bargain signing before, when he was at PSV, before he moved to Palermo this season. He was a good player to sign in Football Manager in the last couple of years. But I don't think he'll be a viable move. But he's been a good player so far. But as I mentioned, I really, for the majority of signings anyway, I bring in from now, want to be Italian players, homegrown players. Obviously, if we have money, we'll go for big signings. But for the most part, there'll be Italian lads coming into the team. So we're going to make a change as well. Bole Keita has been really, really good. But we're gonna take him out now for this game. 69%. Oh, how about Zivkovic? Maybe we could go for both of those guys on 69%. So we're going to bring on Ricardo Kishner, again, another high potential player. And Zivkovic, we're going to bring on Antonio Candreva, who I could have almost brought in for this game, but he's going to play now. That's good enough. Ricardo Kishner will say there's no pressure on you tonight. And then Candreva, there's faith in you. Again, if you're new to my videos and why did I choose a different option, you can do no pressure to younger players and they seem relaxed. If you do it to older players, they'll get a bad reaction. I would suggest for you to do it to players that are 19 or younger, but in my experience anyway, when they're over 20, that's when they don't get the relaxed reactions anymore. So that's just my experience anyway, just sharing that with you guys. So guys, we'll make our final change here. Also, we'll just drop back to standard here. Like, there's no risk. We don't need to keep going attacking. But keep still playing the way we are. Like, instruction-wise, like, every so often I want to make a change. But, like, things are going pretty smoothly at the minute. So I'm going to leave it as is. Stefano Mauri, deserve. Even though he has the good natural fitness, we'll give him a break. We don't want him to get injured. And also another move, Danilo Cataldi will drop back to 3 in central midfield. And Cataldi, his best role, he's got a few. That's what I mean about Cataldi. He can play a few like as a full rating. Look at that. Like 100% natural. For deep playing playmaker and box-to-box midfielder, and they're both ones we play, so that's excellent. So we already have, I think, one box-to-box midfielder is enough, and we'll just add another, deep playing playmaker, and we'll put on defend. We'll have a role in defend, the center guy, so drops back a little bit. That seems like that will be the best decision, so I say I have faith in you, and he looked happy. Perfect. So here we go towards the end of the game now. We've played it out really, really well. I'm happy to get a clean sheet here. As I was saying, I was maybe a little bit concerned about that, but obviously we're scoring goals. As long as we're winning, that's the most important thing. But I'm happy to get a clean sheet here, but also it's only against Palermo. They're not absolutely amazing. But the praise has to go to Alessandro Matri and also Stefano Mauri. He's been really good consistently. Matri probably not as consistent, but you can't complain about getting a hat-trick. Scoring as a whole, like his tally of goals is still impressive this season. So, he's got 3 goals in Champions League, 2 goals before this game, and he was going down in training. So does training really matter? If you look at this, you wouldn't look too excited to start a player, but then he just comes up and he gets a hat-trick in a game. So it's not everything. For the most part, it's how your team is playing as a whole. But yes, pretty impressed with that. The team performance, But obviously, with Matri, he was fantastic today. So as I thought this Luca Valzania, he did look pretty good, and the scout report kind of backs that up. So, yeah, maybe, future signing, just again, keep him on the short list. Obviously, current ability, not right up there. And don't forget, we have this Savic. He's not too bad, actually. I just realized we have this guy in the under-20s, and he could potentially be part of the first team. Unfortunately, he won't be a homegrown player, but still, he's a guy with potential we have. So, what do you think about his ability? It's like he's almost good enough, which is not bad for 20 years old. I think I have him listed for loan. Yeah, I selected that not too long ago. But what do you think about him? Could he be good enough to play right now, or does he, need that loan spell? Because he's killing it right now in all the games he's playing. Non-competitive, European under-21s championship qualifying, and Italian under-20s Group 1. He's just playing really, really well. Obviously, that's a different level, though. So now it's on to the next game, and we are back in the Champions League now. We've got an away game against Monaco. This looms as a tricky game. They did lose their first one, though, so maybe confidence won't be at a high, and they'll feel some pressure to actually get a victory here. So we'll go into the team selection and look at the squad. Starting 11 as well for today. And as you know, we have to drop some players. So definitely Divock Origi, who's not even registered. Djordjevic not really getting a look in. Milan Bisevac. But you would feel we need a centre-back on the bench, but he hasn't even played so regularly. So we will just have to rotate. We've got Radu starting at left-back. So we'll make rotations if we need to. A couple of other players will drop. I think Kishna, and one more, I think it will be... We need a striker. Closer needs to be there. Central midfielders, I feel we're only, if we need to, make one change. Again, Lulic can play central midfield. We will drop out Onazi. So we'll just, put Closer there so we can, figure that out. So we can have all those positions selected. This looks like, again, a pretty strong squad. And we do have another international break after the following games against Carpi, I believe. We've got in the next episode we'll do. This is the last game in this episode, of course. And then we have the international break. So I think we can afford, and we can rest players, obviously, next game. I don't think Carpi is that great. Again, you can see the league. Carpi, they're 14th. So we should be able to get the job done against them. But we want to go for a third win in this episode. 3 wins would make it a really good one. So let's submit the team and head on into the match. So now to corner. Candreva puts it in. He's back starting today as well. So it's good to save him. He's at full fitness. Oh, look at that ball though. Candreva. Oh, wow. How about the ball? Obviously. Candreva. That was fantastic. But the assist was ridiculous. Let's take a look at the replay. Started another game with an absolute bang. That was Buster, That's out of this world. That ball, absolutely fantastic. And Candreva, powerful strike, goalkeeper, no chance. Matinho, okay, this guy's got capital letters for whatever reason for his whole name. And Cavallero does as well, so that's very mixed. Do other players? I don't know. It's the team of the capital letters, or the players with capital letters for their whole name. They're combining either way. That was a bit weird. But Matinho, obviously, the ball at his feet, he's always going to be a danger. And, left with a simple finish. Unfortunate, pretty disappointed to concede after scoring. Matri, can we still create an opportunity? We could. The highlight's still going. Buster, put in a better cross this time. He does. Parolo actually got the header. He's still on the ball. Candreva scores his second as we take the lead. Antonio Candreva. It's good we saved him for this game. Wasn't starting previously. But Candreva, that just low, powerful strike. How about that? You don't see too many of those, but that was a wonderful goal. Okay, they've got possession here. Again, we don't want to concede another, but we did win the ball back, and we could make it 3-1. Another dominating performance. Buster, he's been so dangerous. Candreva, can he keep it in? He does. Goes back to Buster, puts in the dangerous cross, and we almost score. See, we're dominating. It's hard to do that, regardless of how good your team is, to dominate away from home in the Champions League. It's always tough. Away fixtures in the Champions League. But we should be holding onto this scoreline going to halftime. Very good, but again, passionately and... Oh, no, we can't say passionately and don't get complacent. Yeah, I won't say just don't get complacent out there. I want to say you might be winning, but that could all change if your performance levels drop. So it's like saying, yeah, don't drop the performance levels. There's always someone that's disappointed. Kendreva, that's easy. I'm very happy with the performance. I wanted to praise him. I hate that. Like, they get mad before you actually have a chance to praise them. But saying that, if you didn't get mad, I probably wouldn't have praised him. I would have just been happy with the positive reaction. But yeah, that's disappointing. So another throw-in for them. What can they do with it here? So they've got a few good names. Like, if we do end up winning, okay, don't get too excited. Stop talking, man. Stop talking. We have to focus. We can analyze the performance at the end of the game. Keita. We could counter here, though. Matri. Come on. Cross it in. Look, there's men. There's men. Bilia wins it back. Goes out wide to Buster. Then he just wasted it, but he's going to get it back here. He's got some space. He's got some space, and it's a good save. Whew, both teams are creating chances here. It's an exciting game, really. But I'm thinking we may need to make a change. Maori, he's not dominating, not having his best game for us. He's been very good, though. But we're actually going to make another change, and probably the best here. We could bring Cataldi, and we'll make that change we did once more. Cataldi, maybe that's something we could do regularly. He'll come on, deep line playmaker on defend. That's actually his best role. 100%, you can't get a better rating than that for his suitability, and just have faith in you. And he's happy. He gets a good reaction as well, so that should be a good change. And just, yeah, adding another central midfielder. Maybe we can maintain the possession in midfield. Okay, there's one I think we have to be careful with here. Stefan Radu, he's on 70% condition, and he hasn't had the best game, 6.9, and on a yellow card, yeah, I think it may be a bit risky. He could pick up another one. So, Radu off, and we're going to bring on Senad Lulic. And I still want to be a danger in attack. Like, I don't want to go so defensive and let them attack us, because, obviously, they could score. I would love to score another one to finish it off. Like I've said previously, attack is the best form of defense. And it's Candreva! Come on! It's 3-1. Candreva, what a game he's had now. He's been massive. And that's a very good free kick. And I'm not sure where the highlight is. Okay, you can eventually see the free kick there. Candreva, what a game he's played now. He's been a superstar, really. And we've actually... been working the free kicks in training with him. He's already great at free kicks, 100%. But, yeah, obviously you can see now he's got a hat-trick. I mean, his free kick taking's already 15, pretty good. But because he shoots with power, he tries the long-range free kicks as well, and you work on the free kicks in training, it's already 15. Yeah, he's gonna be raring to go with the free kicks. He's been practicing them all season, really, not just during the week, but yeah, every training session working on the free kicks, and they're already decent. And he takes them from range as well with power, also. So yeah, it's absolutely ideal for him to score goals, or it's a better chance for him to score goals. But Wagner Love. Oh, what a challenge there as well. Could we completely finish this match? Oh, that should have been a goal. Whoa, that was so close. So now only about 5 or so minutes remaining. Could we finish off with a goal? Keita, we're in a great position. Just finish it off completely if it wasn't already. I don't want to risk, obviously, conceding another goal, giving him a chance. But Lulic, cross comes in, and that was really well defended. But we are going to get it back. Buster, who's been very impressive, especially in this episode of games. Bilia finds Buster. Candreva finds Matri. He deserves a goal, and he does get that goal to make it 4-1. That's his 9th of the season. It's amazing to get this output from a player that is on loan. Absolutely amazing. So Bilia played it into Buster. That quick passing is exactly what we want to see. Candreva also gets assist to his name now, complete performance, and also Matri finishes with a goal. So there we go, heading into injury time now, and another dominating, attacking performance. Now the question lies, how far can we go this season in the Champions League? Obviously in the league, Juventus is just being dominant and winning every single game, so it's going to be hard to catch up. But Champions League, how far could we go? I think we're in a great position now to reach the knockout stages. So again, that was a really special performance. Not too many amazing... see, that's the thing as well. What I wanted to say before is they have some decent players. I got Matinho, standout. and it's hard to really mention. I don't want to talk about their players when obviously we've had a great performance. Candreva 9.7, that's a real high rating. But they have some star players. Matinho is one of them, and he had a decent game, probably one of their best. And now Monaco, it's really looking really unlikely for them. Obviously, they still can make it into the knockout stages, but it's going to be hard, most definitely. They've lost 2 games, first 2. And also, I talk about Juve winning every game in the league. They drop points. You would like to think that will be counted as drop points for them. Olympiacos winning a point, even though it's at home for them. And Real Madrid as well. That's what I mean. Away games are tough, even for big teams. And look, Bayern Munich couldn't beat Atletico. So, yeah, there's some mixed results. Chelsea couldn't beat Celtic. So it's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting batch of games, this Champions League week anyway. So we're pretty happy, though. We're pretty happy. We're in a good position after our first 2 games in the Champions League group stage. So guys, as we come to the end of this episode, we are in 3rd in the league. Very impressive. You already saw we're 1st in the group stage in our group, which is good to see. And I don't think this episode could have gone more perfectly. Started away from home against Atalanta, who were 2nd at the start of the episode. And we beat them 5-2 away from home. Impressive. Then a very good home performance against Palermo, 3-0. Expected to beat them, but it's still good to see that performance. And then Monaco, amazing performance against them away from home in the Champions League. Candreva bagging his hat-trick. He also got the assist for the match-free goal. So, yeah, things are going perfectly, at least in this episode. Magnificent 3 games here. So drop a like on the video if you would like to see more of this series. Of course, understandable, like I already mentioned, takes a lot of time to like render and everything, because these are an edit and record. Already over an hour of recording this with 3 games. But I hope you guys do record it, because that obviously makes sense. I hope you guys record it. I'm the one who's recording. You're the guys who's watching. So I think that's a sign to end the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the very next video.